Hey guys, it's Sammy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my spring TBR. I like to do seasonal TBRs just because I find it's easier and less strict than doing a monthly TBR, which I know I won't follow because I never follow TBRs. I don't even follow my seasonal ones, but I digress. Today we're going to be doing a seasonal TBR for spring. Spring is the time for new releases, as my most anticipated releases are coming out in the spring. Near the end of spring, but nonetheless the spring, and I need to prepare myself. So I have some books to read and then just some books that I feel like I need to read soon. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it because I've got a lot of books to show you. As you all may know, a very, very anticipated book that is coming out this spring is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Yeah, remember how I said I wanted to finish the Mortal Instruments series in the winter? Guess who didn't finish it? And guess who still has to read the last two books? I'm currently reading this, as you can see. It's happening right now. It's going, but I still need to read City of Heavenly Fire. And if I want to catch up by the time it rolls around, I think it's May something. Lord of Shadows comes out in May. I have a couple other books I need to read after I finish this. If I want to read Lord of Shadows when it comes out, I also have to read these 4 books. I'm so screwed. These are the Shadowhunters Codex, which I don't really need to read. I could be like looking through it right now, but I don't know if there's spoilers in this, so I haven't been looking through it. And then I have to read the Bane Chronicles, which I also don't really need to read, but I think it'd be a nice addition to read just because, I mean, like, the short stories might wrap everything together nicely. I don't know. I just kind of want to read it. And then, of course, we have Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy and Lady Midnight. I have to read this before I read this, and then I obviously have to read this before I read Lord of Shadows. And these books are freaking gigantic, so we know that this isn't going to get done, but one can hope. One can hope that these books are like so killer, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, like the Mortal Instruments is, like, I like it, but it's just like not as, like, I feel like a lot of people love it because for its nostalgic reasons. Like, they read it a while ago and they loved it then, and I don't know if I've outgrown it. It's just like the writing of some of these books is really, really hard to get through, so that's why I much prefer the Infernal Devices. But oh, it's a struggle to get through these, guys. I am telling you. So that's already 6 books. I really, 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 really want to start The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This series has rave reviews. I have all 4 of the books. I can binge read them. I feel so held back by the Mortal Instruments because I want to finish the Mortal Instruments. Everybody's read the Mortal Instruments. Like, I'm over halfway through it at this point. Like, I should just be able to finish it. But anyway, once again, we're going back to that topic. Yeah, I really, really, really want to read this. Everybody raves about it. A Dash of Ash raves about this book. Everybody raves about it. And I just really want to get to it. And it sounds really cool. It's got magical realism. You guys probably know I'm very behind with all the popular books. You've all heard about all these books. I just haven't read them. Another book I would really, really like to get to is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I really want to read this. Everybody's been raving about it. Everyone's been raving about it for years. Thoughts on Tomes. My girl, she always agrees with me on every single book, like ever. I take her opinion very seriously. She loves these, so I'm thinking I'm gonna love them. We shall see. I'm very excited to read this. Haven't done it yet. Obviously, this book is part of a trilogy, which then, once I read this trilogy, I can read the Six of Crows duology, which everybody raves about once again. I just gotta get there. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle, guys. It's a struggle. And then to throw in a standalone in here, I really want to read Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is one of my most anticipated reads. I didn't know about it until after I made my most anticipated reads of 2017, but it sounds freaking amazing. I talked about it a little bit in my book haul that I just did. I will link it up above for you guys. I always forget which side it's on. It's about this 10-year-old girl who is charged with a crime of murdering a little white child, and I don't know, it's a big whirlwind. It's her dealing with her home life, her dealing with living in a foster home, but also dealing with like every normal teenager would deal with, and I feel like it's gonna be really good. It has great reviews. Everyone seems to really like it, and I think this is one of the more interesting books that's come out recently, and I'm really excited to read it. So this once I get sick of reading series, or the series are not, what if like one of these series are really bad, I don't like it. I'm not gonna think about that, but I'm very excited to read this. And then for the last book I'm gonna throw on here, because I already have a ton of books on here, we are going to attempt to start the very, 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 very well-known Throne of Glass series with the first book, The Assassin's Blade. Yes, I am planning on starting the Throne of Glass series soon, especially since the last book in the series got postponed to next year. aka that's very good because I'm way behind, like really far behind. This, obviously the prequel novellas, so, and obviously everybody knows what this is, about an assassin or something. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't need, Throne of Glass is like, doesn't really have a synopsis in my mind, like it's just about random stuff happening and I don't understand any of it. So yeah, maybe, but this is like bottom of the list, like if I somehow finish all these books. Not gonna happen. Maybe I'll start this, or maybe if I'm just vibing it one day, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna read The Assassin's Blade today. Maybe then I'll read it. But lower down the list, not top priority right now because I still have time to catch up before the series ends. I can be part of the hype for a little bit because this fandom is very, very hostile, very crazy. And I'm not really up for that. Synergy mass fandoms in general are very crazy, and this one especially is very, very crazy. And if I only have to be a part of it for a year, I can take that. So, yeah. Eventually, not right this second. Soon, though. Alright, guys, so I just put 10 books on my TBR for the spring. Hopefully, I can get to some of them. And, of course, some other books I'm going to throw in. Mood reads. I am definitely a mood reader, but these are the books I really hope to finish. We don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what I can finish. I suck at reading lately. I've been watching Gossip Girl. If any of you have ever watched Gossip Girl, the feels of Gossip Girl. So yes, this is the books I plan to read. 10 of them. Probably not gonna happen. They're all freaking gigantic because all I have now are gigantic books. Well, since I've strayed from my contemporary feelings, added some giant books in here. Anyway, I digress. I hope that I can read these books in the spring from April to June. I mean, really? That's not that bad. I can do that. I think I can manage that somehow. I just need to really get back into reading. I think I'm going to make a video about how my reading slump is going, like a little update. Well, that will be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked all the books I picked out for my spring TBR. Comment down below if you have read any of them and your feelings on them, especially if you know if the Shadowhunter Codex has spoilers. Not that I think it would, but like I'm just kind of curious if it does. So yeah. So as always, all of my social media links are down below. Check them out, guys. Check them out. I want to make friends and talk to you guys. It's always such a fun time. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. But I'm